This is going to be about my sensory integration disorder and ASD. I hate having my hair washed, brushed, or cut because it hurts me and I am afraid of the water, hairbrush, and clippers. I have selective hearing and difficulty hearing because there is too much sounds going on around me and I cannot filter or focus on just one or two sounds. I hear them all and my brain tries to focus on them all, which means I may not hear you or have trouble understanding you. I am a picky eater. I resist new foods and textures. I taste, smell, and feel everything that goes in my mouth. It takes me a long time to get used to a certain taste, feel, smell of food, so I do not like to change them because I like to know what I am going to experience when I eat something. I complain about tags in my clothes because they scratch my back and make it itchy, and they hurt me and overwhelm my sense of touch. I seem to be unaware of normal touch or pain. I often touch others too soft or too hard. I cannot tell how hard or soft I am touching someone. A firm handshake could really hurt the other person. I tend to feel way more pain than normal from myself, but I cannot tell if I am causing pain to others. I hate being tickled or cuddled. Tickling overwhelms me and hurts me. Cuddling overwhelms me and has to be done in a very slow and intentional way. I have poor gross motor skills such as running and riding a bike. I do run like a girl, even worse than one, but I did not learn how to ride a bike by the time I was 7, and I'm okay at riding bikes now. I always walk on my tiptoes. I prefer to walk on my tiptoes, but I do not always walk on my tiptoes. It feels more balanced and just feels right to be on my tiptoes. I have trouble focusing and or concentrating. It takes me forever to get anything done because I keep losing focus on it and just pace for a while. I am a procrastinator and perfectionist, so I get nothing done ever. This blog and hopefully my book will be the first things that I have ever finished. I am overly sensitive to loud sounds such as vacuums and blenders. I freak out when the vacuum or blender or popcorn maker is on and the sounds from them hurt my ears and make me very nervous. I am always smelling people, food, and objects. I smell everything around me before I have anything to do with it. It just helps me to know the smells that I will have to get used to so that I do not freak out because of a smell that I do not recognize. I chew on everything. Well, I used to chew on everything, but it has been a long time since I have done any chewing other than food. I used to like the stimuli in my mouth of chewing and sucking on anything I could get my hands on. I have poor fine motor skills such as handwriting and cutting. My handwriting is worse than a doctor's, and even I cannot read it some of the time. I cannot read my printing some of the time either. I cannot cut to save my life. I always end up going to zigzag patterns when I try to cut something. I cannot cut straight. I have difficulty dressing myself. Well, I used to, but with being an only child and my mom a stay-at-home mom, we would spend hours taking clothes off and putting them back on, using different outfits and different styles, doing a lot of changing from my PJs to my regular clothes, and back again. By the time I was 7, I could dress myself sometimes not too well, but I did get better and do a pretty good job these days. I sit with my legs in a W position. I do this all the time because it hurts less than sitting cross-legged. I do not ask me why it hurts less, but it does, and it provides more stimuli if needed than cross-legged. I put my socks on just so, or maybe I never go barefoot. I have to wear my socks just so, or else it drives me mad. I cannot have my socks droopy. It itches my legs when that happens. I have to wear socks if I wear pants because I cannot stand the pants touching my ankles because of how much it itches them. I will go barefoot if I am wearing shorts. I would much rather go naked because then there would be lots less stimuli to deal with. I just would need to get used to the cold. I only wear clothes because it is what is expected of me, not what I want to do myself. This is the end of this session, but I will go into more detail about some of the areas in a later date. Also, I am going to do a lot of talking about each sense and what it is like for me to have them hyperactive. Thank you for listening, and goodbye.